GED.
We'll keep it simple. Unholster. Aim. Set. 1. Fire. C. 3. E. 2. Fire. Alright, you can lower your aim and just keep them unholstered.
That was pretty.
How many bullets do you guys have left?
6, sir.
6.
Alright, correct. Everyone should have 6. Aim. Set. 4. A. 2. Fire. Alright, you guys all should be reloading. Are you all clear? Or do you have bullets left
Yes,
over?
sir.
Okay, Lucas?
I'm pretty
good.
sure I was relearning my ABCs today.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically A through G.
Alright, you guys ready to go a bit harder? Or do you guys still want to stay on the simple level?
Yes, sir. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Woo!
Let's do it.
Unholster. Aim. B. 4. Set. 3. F. 2. Fire. How many bullets do you guys have left?
3.
3.
3, sir.
Beautiful. Aim. Set. Dump the mags.
Woohoo!
How are you guys feeling with the guns? Are you guys comfortable in shooting them? Is it any questions? It all makes sense.
Yes, sir. Feels
Alright.
good.
G1. Set. 5. D2. Set 2. Aim. Fire. How many bullets do you guys have left?
2.
Correct. You guys have got the hang of this. I'm gonna admit I'm a little proud. A little proud of you guys.
Yes,
Set
Drill
2.
Sergeant.
Didn't say to aim.
What?
I just.
Instructions, guys.
Why is the black hair like growing on me like on the
Aim.
low?
Fire.
I'm in my e-boy era.
Alright, I believe you guys just have one full magazine left.
Because you're just great at making the best of a shitty situation.
Yes, or
Thank you so much, Matt Rose.
No problem.
Should be 2,
I can
sir.
find the great in anything.
Did some of you guys shoot and you guys have half
Except
magazines, or you
snitches.
need bullets to get 2 full magazines.
My group's done, by the way. Let me know when you want to huddle back up.
Yes, sir.
10-4. I think like we're all sort of getting to that point, but you guys could go on a break whilst
got
they
it?
wait.
Does anyone
Yeah,
else
we'll
have
give-
the hangar.
to fill up their last 2 mags so everyone has 2 full mags?
Is everybody good for another 15
Just need
minutes?
the one?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Sure.
Alright.
Are you asking if we're going to be complete in 15, or do you want us to continue for, like...
No, like if you're gonna be complete in
Aim.
15. If you're all complete, don't worry about it.
I'm almost done with my.
Yeah, I'm almost done as well.
Are we good for... Are we going to be done in the next 15?
Yeah, no, we'll be done in like 2 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we'll be back over in a second. We're just running through the last couple things.
A3, C2, E2, G4, set 1, fire.
What did you just do?
How many bullets do you guys have left?
That shit manual?
This?
Yeah.
No.
That was painful to listen to. It sounded like you were stuck in gear.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't manual.
Oh my god. Game, thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate it.
C2, E2, fire.
Bicycle?
Oh yeah, apparently they're like 90 grand.
What?
No.
How many bullets do you guys have left?
90 grand.
Like the
No.
the bicycle?
That's for the motorbike roads.
Aim,
No,
set.
I think it was Frost that looked at
Drop
it.
your
He told me
mag.
it was like 90 grand.
I looked at it too. I think that's for the motorbike.
Alright, you can holster your weapons now. Good work, everyone.
Wonder how much they actually are.
Rose, you're
Wait,
spreading
is there a different
propaganda.
motorcycle?
Thank you, sir.
That is the basics
Motorcycle
of
in there.
firearms.
But is
Is
In
it
the
the
field
ugly
and in
one?
practice,
what we have right now?
we shoot center mass
When I looked at it, it didn't show a picture
and
though.
shoot to kill.
I'll be
I'm
back.
not trying to get headshots.
Okay.
The job is police officers shoot to kill and incapacitate the suspect. Anyone
Hold
got any
on.
questions?
Wait. Can I tag along?
Hey, you want to drive?
Ooh. Y'all, I'll be back.
Lucas and Alice? Do you have anything?
Damn, you giving me an empty tank?
I can pay for the refuel.
I'm fucking with you.
I was just too lazy to go get a fuel.
Oh, I hate the pickup on this. It blows. But how do it handle?
Everybody swears by it being our best vehicle, so
Handling doesn't actually seem bad. It's got like this mid, like heavy lack of acceleration. Like right at third gear. Third gear is its issue. Does this have a turbo?
no.
Okay, that's probably why. Maybe that would resolve it.
Have you driven the VSTR recently?
No, I haven't driven that thing in ages.
It is so nice now.
Is it still rear-wheel drive?
Yeah, but it doesn't have like the wheel spin.
Interesting.
problem that it did.
Something has changed with the Taurus. I know that for a fact. Because now its top end is 171. And 171 was like... I saw that once for a millisecond. Once in my whole life. Now it's consistent 171. And it also
We're
feels
coming back over now.
like it's
not actually
lacking...
cleaning
more, I don't know what has changed. Something's off.
From the Taurus?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. I do want to get one. Oh god. Okay, we're fine.
The Scout?
Yeah, I definitely want to get one. I don't want to deal with having to figure out who is and isn't on duty and number. Like, I just want to get into a car and go.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, listen. This hasn't happened yet, but the restrictions on the Taurus are going to be removed entirely.
Oh. Oh, wait. Maybe I'll stay. I don't know.
Yeah, so, because we got like a vehicle gauge device, and, I mean, it's only registered as an A-class, so.
Yeah.
And
But then you
everybody
got...
keeps
But
telling me that
then...
the Scout is better than it, so.
But then you have the STX. It's the same class, but the number way different.
Yeah. Exactly. VSTR is really nice though.
Yeah, I mean, if it no longer suffers from like insane wheel spin, yeah, that's good.
It
Also,
only has the wheel spin if you handbrake.
that makes sense because you're revving the engine, holding the brake, and the moment you let off, like there's no buildup. It's already there. You're just full sending.
Yeah.
How do you add something to the calendar?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea.
Because I need to put pick me day for McNulty's birthday.
Yeah, you should be able to create an event. Maybe it's only a certain rank skin.
Oh, possibly. I mean, I only want to fuck with him. Listen, everyone hates that day anyways. It's the last tax day.
The 15th?
Yeah. Like, McNulty, fuck off. Nobody cares. Don't worry. Almost filled up. Handling's not bad. I actually think any issues with this car get resolved with the turbo.
Yeah. I know a lot of people swear by it being, or Bowen sweared by it being the best car until he drove the car.
Our group is coming back across now.
I didn't like the Cara. I mean, I haven't driven it in a while, but
Are we meeting back up at the hangar? No, right? Actually.
My group's over at the hangar, so. Let me go through.
oh, you good?
Yep.
Oh no, that's not it. Not for sale.
Are we leaving these armor plates here, or do we want to take them?
You fucking reach out to somebody. Is this guy just...
Everyone can have an armor plate. I don't want them all back, man. There's too many.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I'd let my group keep their own armor plate as a reminder of their academy time.
I need to be able to switch this stuff around.
Cornwood's around. He can.
I know it's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
The price went up with what? 1.2 mil now.
Yep.
That is insanity.
Should we bring the bike?
You can. Actually, no, we don't need it. Want to go up to Polito? You can take out the VSTR.
Sure. Here we are. Is the siren on?
No.
Okay, good. I need to get out. To Polito.
Polito. Oh, the siren's on now.
Yeah. We in the city. I've heard this is our fastest car in a straight outside of the VSTR.
That's probably true. The VSTR, or at least my VSTR, like, has an 87 in it, and it tops out at 189, so.
Ooh.
And apparently this will not, it gets up there fast, though. Like, however, I very much feel like it's if you can drive, then it's a very good car for you. But if you can't, then it's not gonna be good.
Damn. Hey, listen. Regarding Fiona, I arrested her earlier.
Yeah.
She is a creature of habit.
Yeah. All right. She turned herself in for a warrant yesterday.
If y'all
She takes the same route every time. South El Rancho, right onto Capitol, takes a little slip down to the freeway, jumps over the little center median, goes down back into the canals, makes a U-turn in it, takes the jump or the ramp up to El Rancho, and then the jump on a Palomino freeway. Did it like 3 times in a row.
You're saying easy spikes on the jump to Palomino Freeway.
Not even that. The spike, as soon as she makes the right onto Capitol, she makes that other right, you know, where some people used to block all the time.
Yeah.
Right there. Oh my God. Oh, my heart. My heart. My heart.
Yeah, I always have I've learned my lesson about having lights on coming down this freeway.
Oh, hell no.
I've ejected it too many times. Too many times.
Is it at the PD?
Yeah. Just been parking all the stuff there.
I don't blame you. Those parking spots are a little wonky.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to park like
A little on the sidewalk.
a little
Yeah.
bit,
Okay.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Okay.
That is very concerning.
All right. Okay, you know, I didn't really, I wasn't really anticipating liftoff.
Fucking plane. I could probably just park this up, honestly.
Oh.
You can just get it later another time.
Is this one in your name?
Yeah.
Or you park it up?
You gotta pull for it.
I gotta, fuck. Yeah. What the fuck? Uh-huh, we ain't never doing that again, right?
Never again, never again. Really,
They're fucking
really,
Uh-huh.
really, really
Uh-huh. Okay. All right.
So it's a little
But you
bad.
sure this thing ain't got wheel spin?
No, it is. Listen, it does until you get up to like 3rd gear basically, and then it gets real smooth.
I don't know if I believe you.
Believe me, please. I promise. I promise it ain't that bad.
I mean, at speed, it's kind of smooth.
Yeah. Like medium to high speeds, like anything above like 50 and it's great. Maybe above like 60 or 70, but it's smooth and you can coast corners.
All right, let's see it on this straight.
This car's also pretty fucked up, so keep it going.
Oh my gosh. Oh, actually so nice.
I know. like that initial, like, you know, turn on the car and spin out ain't great, but you can keep up with anything in this thing now. Just never handbrake.
What you mean never handbrake?
You handbrake a U-turn and you'll see.
Oh wait, that's not bad.
It's not as bad.
Oh, it's when you spin. Okay, I think if you were to handbrake and let off completely, you'd be fine. Here, let me see. Yeah, if you let off completely and let the tires sort of stop rotating, you're good. But no, this actually drives really nice. I don't know why, but at speed, it seems like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, it really is.
Holy fuck.
Wait,
Someone's
Leonard,
been around a
you're
minute
hiding behind
already.
it, huh?
What's up, agent?
Hello.
What's up, Chief?
Who the fuck is agent, bitch? What
Well,
does
I was-
that mean?
I was saying this like getup makes it look like you straight out of the division.
Oh, y'all are so okay.
And somehow, with his vest off, he looks like a janitor. I don't know how.
Oh, okay, take it off, take it off.
But also stand how you were standing then too. There we go. You were waiting for like the cleanup of the lunchroom.
We don't get paid a lot at the PD, okay? You know, my off time, I clean up the house.
Look at our stand.
Wait, that's literally.
Wait, is that why?
I'm just looking like a janitor.
Like,
Viv,
take
you're
the
laughing
broom.
way too hard at this.
Right, I'm crying.
Sorry.
Damn, nothing changed.
Now drop the broom.
What do you
Drop
guys
the broom.
need?
Drop the broom. Compare. Pretty close.
He loves his
That's your
beanie, guys.
twin.
Wait, one more time. One more time.
Are you ever gonna wear your beanie again, Cassidy?
If I'm allowed.
Oh, okay.
All right, they're all here.
Okay.
And one of them
All right.
said, I can't believe a man is trying to get me to salute.
Wait.
Oh,
There's no real
wait, who
flag.
said
Good
that? Who
job.
said that? Wait, who
I
said
heard
that? Who
one
said
from
that?
This one.
Avery.
No, who is it?
Hallelujah.
Who is it? Who is it?
I already have a
Was it
least
Nikki?
favorite cadet.
It was
Who
Nikki.
was it? Nikki?
Uh-oh.
Was it Nikki?
You know
It was
what?
Nikki, wasn't it?
It wasn't
It
Nikki.
was
It was
Nikki.
Nikki.
Good
wasn't it? You know
job.
what, Nikki?
Good
You're so
job.
for real. You're
No,
so
it's
real
not
for
good
that.
job.
Good job,
You're
Nikki.
so real for that,
Good job.
do?
Everybody
You're
else did, but
amazing,
they
baby.
decided to protest.
You are amazing, babe.
I
Good
didn't
job, Nikki.
protest. I was just saying how, they're
No.
not my family. They're my coworkers.
What?
And I'm going to
You're
treat
not-
them like coworkers.
They are your family.
No, they're not.
That's not how that works. But good job,
Every
Nikki.
family has burned down in the city, okay? I'm
Okay.
not going to burn my PD.
So for all of you guys, I'm gonna need you all to come round, like sort of, kind of like you did
Wild.
for the talk earlier.
So
Collapse in.
y'all should have been. Oh, there you go.
You good, Conrad? Do
Story
you want to say
time.
something?
No, I was
Sorry,
just gonna.
excuse me.
Everybody in order of political compass.
Yeah,
from
just
left
have
to
them
right.
line
Okay,
up.
do that
go
then.
left
Do
to
that.
right.
Do that first.
So that he
Ah.
could find out which side he wants to stand on.
What the fuck?
And we want to
That's
try-
What in
fucking
the
wild.
fucking hell?
Oh hell no. Are you all in the
There's
middle?
no
fucking
company.
way.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't know shit about American politics. I'm sorry.
I
Okay,
don't
well-
know anything about anything.
What does the word rat mean?
Criminal.
Right, right.
Let's
No,
let's
it
not.
means no. The
Y'all
word
fucking
rat means
liberals or what?
correct.
What?
Oh right.
Right.
Oh
We're not doing this. We're not doing this
Okay,
right
let's
now.
not.
If you want to find this out, you can ask him
Let's not.
individually.
Alright.
We're not doing this.
Yeah.
We're not doing this.
Go ahead and listen to
Everybody-
Sergeant Viv. She's taking over.
Everybody take a seat. Cassidy's got a word that he's going to have about the last topic that we forgot to go over slightly.
Hey guys,
Hey,
I'm Beyond Cassidy. What's going on?
How's it going?
Going all right. Okay, so one thing we did not mention earlier when we were talking about Tennessee versus Gardner and fleeing felon when we opened fire on suspects. I just wanted to give you guys a situation so you're aware that just because a call is made to shoot somebody, there are situations where we are going to have to verbalize again before we do open fire. Okay, so say for example, Poor Maxwell here was kidnapped, put on the back of a tow truck in her beautiful VPI named Beyonce. It was launched into the ocean off of the pier. A call was made to open fire on the suspect that did so, but we lost visual on the suspect for about 5 minutes. We regained visual down the beach, and the suspect got into a car that was not previously involved. A call was made to then shoot that car as soon as that person got in. We are not going to do that, okay? We are going to verbalize again to that car because the driver of that vehicle or other people in that car might not know what that suspect has just done, okay? So we are going to give them that option. We are going to warn them through our megaphone, whatever options we have available, to make sure that they are aware that if they continue to drive, that they are also going to be opened fire upon, okay? Are there any
Understood,
questions
sir.
about that?
I have one question.
I got a
Sure.
question as well, too, sir.
All right. Whoever wants to go first.
What if the person in the car who's driving is being held hostage and forced to drive?
We're not going to shoot the car, right? We're not going to put that civilian in danger.
Is it me next, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, in that entire scenario, sir, what happened to Beyonce?
Unfortunately, Beyonce drowned.
Are you okay, Haley?
She was waterlogged. It was her first day
Oh God.
out on the streets, and she was massacred by
Yeah.
Ramiel Ramen for no good
Yeah.
fucking reason.
Dang.
She was dumb.
So mean.
Beyonce didn't deserve that shit.
I'm just saying, if we talk about Beyonce, her new song says something about a heat wave. Maybe she was just hot.
All right. Any
Make
more
a good
questions
point.
about that?
Yeah, you said if an order came in to open fire on the car that they entered, but we're not supposed to do that.
So so for the example, the call was made to open fire on that car, and then it was discussed over radio that we are not going to do so. I was just using that as an
10-4,
example.
okay.
If a superior gives you an order, you're gonna, follow that order, and we will deal with it afterwards. In that
was
case,
exactly what I was getting at.
Captain Slacks was on radio. I was on radio. There was a couple sergeants as well that called out that we are going to verbalize to that car after that call was made.
10-4, thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are on to the next part of incident operations. This is where we're going to go into specific scenarios. We're not covering every scenario that we can come across as an officer. That's not possible. We're going to cover the main ones that we're handling at the moment. Things change. Obviously, there are things that we're going to come across that we haven't done before, but then there's also going to be things that we deal with on the regular that might all of a sudden become less popular. We're just always changing and we're always adaptable, okay? So, this section's going to be about robberies, all right? Robberies come into our attention via people 911ing that robbery is taking place or via dispatch calls, okay? These are one of our highest priority calls. When a robbery is occurring, it usually means that there is somebody in harm's way, that there is a life on the line in the form of a hostage, okay? So officers will identify themselves over radio and respond code 3. If you're fortunate enough to be on duty at the same time as a member of dispatch, they will call that out. They'll identify that a call about a robbery has come in, where that robbery is, and they'll request for 77s to attend, to identify themselves and respond code 3. As mentioned earlier, code 3 is when you have your lights and sirens on, okay? You identify yourself for the simple fact that we need to know how many numbers, so how many units, and units are different to officers, by the way. A unit is a vehicle of ours, so if you've got one vehicle with 2 officers in it, it's still 1 unit, okay? So you have to identify yourself because we need to know whether the correct amount of people are going or whether additionals are needed, and dispatch will sort of monitor that, okay? I'm sure you've all seen our little dispatch that we have access to? Is there anyone here who doesn't see that? Have you all used that? All right. So that is where, you know, dispatch or ourselves can assign a call that comes in to become an active call, and then we can attach units to it. All right, and we can see who is directly in that call. We do have limits for robberies, okay? So 911 calls that come in about personal robberies where, you know, it may just be a poor unsuspecting victim that's being held up and robbed. The unit limits on that will depend on the situation at hand. So maybe 3 or 4 units will attend and then realize it's a large crowd of people that are being robbed or a large crowd of suspects and will require more, or depending on the location, we're going to require more units to handle the scene control and that sort of thing. That's just going to be dependent on primary calling people in, right? Pursuits you will have gone over yesterday, right? So don't worry too much about the pursuits. This is responding to the initial call, okay? But say the laundromat is being robbed. That is something that we respond to currently. You're going to have a maximum of 6 units responding to that. Same for the cash exchange robberies that we receive. But then also the Maze Bank vault. That's going to be 8 units responding. And then ammunition crates, which we've only seen on one day so far. No, sorry. We saw them a while back, quite a bit. And then recently we saw them on a day where it became an entirely different thing and we were chasing things around and there was locations and GPS trackers. It was a whole thing. But for that, it's a maximum of 6 responding. Okay. Whenever officers arrive on scene of a robbery, like I said earlier, the first officer there will become the primary officer for that call. They're going to be the ones that are going to be making the decisions and the call outs. They're going to assign people jobs throughout the call. And you are going to respond and work with the primary to do what they want on that call. You don't just decide to do whatever the hell you want. You are going to check with primary, okay? The first person to arrive is going to have a look and call out what they see, basically, whether that's the vehicle on scene, whether they can see the suspects, how many suspects they can see, if they can see a hostage, how many hostages they can see, any weapons that they may see. They're going to have to call it out over radio because all units are going to need to have this information as they arrive. Officers will arrive and position their vehicles in a manner in which that they could A, have cover, and B, be able to take off quickly if they need to pursue. So you're not going to face your car into not every single unit, sorry, it's going to face their car into the building, right? So they're not going to face their vehicle head on with the building, because when it comes to pursuing, they're going to have to reverse out and then take off, which obviously takes time. There may be 1 or 2 who can do that, and that might be from across the street at an angle where they can take cover using their vehicle doors whilst they take photographs and try and get as many photos of the suspects inside the robbery as possible. The primary officer is going to, like I said earlier, assign other officers tasks, so that might be negotiation after they've made contact. It might be taking pictures, it might be controlling the scene, it might be covering officers who are going inside, flagging the escape vehicle license plate, etc., etc. So robberies, we tend to attempt to have senior officers sort of keep an eye and monitor everything and potentially take over scene command. Senior officers plus. If necessary, because robberies are held at such a high risk situation. There may come the possibility that if things start changing drastically or become incredibly dangerous, that higher ranking officers will have to step in and help guide or just take over completely just to ensure the safety of the officers that are involved, but then also the hostages. Okay? Does anyone have any questions so far? Okay. Okay, so negotiation-wise, all right, you're going to introduce yourself. You're going to try and make contact with the suspects. You're usually going to end up shouting, hey, it's the LSPD. Can I have a chat with you? anything like that. Try and keep it calm. Try and keep it at a level. We're not trying to escalate, but make sure everything is clear and concise in what you're saying. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to go through the doors or at least open the doors to be able to speak to them. Now, the majority of places that we have to attend to so far with robberies, they're glass doors, so you can actually see through them. But there's going to be the odd occasion where you cannot see into the building that you are having to attend to, and you are going to have to be very careful as you enter. Okay. Once you've made contact with them, you can ask, "Hey, is it okay if I step inside? I would like to talk to you. I can't really hear you from here," that sort of thing. And when you do that, you're going to have an officer covering your back just in case anything happens whilst you're in there. All right. As I've already stated, the amount of hostages is going to have already been identified, hopefully, by the primary officer. Other officers on scene, if they can see, can relay back the information of what the suspects are wearing. If not, it's going to be up to the negotiating officer to, at some point, let you know how many are in there and what they look like. But then also the officer making contact with them and doing the negotiations needs to, and this is one of the most important things, look over the people that are in there. Try and use your keen eye. Like, you're going to be looking at them. You're probably going to look weird because you're at a distance with your firearm and you're sort of squinting at them, but see if you can see any blood on their clothing, anything like that. Like, if you can, ask them if they're okay. I mean, I always try and ask, "Hey, is everyone okay in here?" anyway, as I come in. If you can hear the hostage sort of whimpering, or you can see that the hostage is bleeding, there's blood on the ground around them, that sort of thing, you need to alert other officers to that, because that could change drastically how we respond to the situation. The main part of negotiations is to receive that hostage back safely. So if they've harmed the hostage in any way, that is going to change the way in which we respond to the
Thank you for
suspects.
your sub. I appreciate it.
All right. There
Thanks for
are
the 33 months.
several things that we do not ever negotiate for in exchange for the hostage. We will never ever give suspects our equipment or our vehicles in exchange for the hostage. We'll never give money in exchange for the hostage. We'll not swap them out with a different hostage. Okay? We're not going to give them another person to have hostage instead of the one they currently have. Okay? Something to remember,
you take
and I'm
all
going
the
to go
time you
over
need.
the difference with this in a second, is that if you are turning up to a situation like this, we are not going to hand over an officer or a suspect that is currently in custody for the return of that hostage, because the situation's just started, right? As a situation goes on, though, and this is, if you've got the slides open, it's sort of at the bottom. As a situation is ongoing, it could be a long drawn out situation. We could have 1 or 2 suspects in custody and several still on the run. There may be the option that will arise where they will take someone hostage and try and negotiate for a suspect that is currently in our custody. Now, we talked about it earlier. We don't automatically just open fire on people because, we still got the hostages' safety to look out for. Every situation is different, but that may happen. At that point, the commanding officer may make the decision to say, okay, we'll hand that suspect back, but there are a number of things you're going to go through before. You're going to identify the suspect, you're going to take the weapons off them, etc., before you hand them back over. You guys are not going to be making decisions like this, so don't worry about it. This is why we have the incident commander, or the incident, what was it? Incident command. That's why we have the incident command role, is because there will be someone who is more experienced and generally higher ranking who will make that decision for you. So don't panic too much about it. Have I stated everything I need to on that? That's because that's a fairly new thing that we're bringing in. High Command, do you want to weigh in on that one? Because it is something that needs explained, or have I covered it? Sorry, I can't. Ruby, if you're talking, I can't hear
Does
you.
everyone understand it?
Agree.
Yeah.
I can hear
right.
Ruby now. I can hear Ruby.
I said, does everyone understand it rather than.
Chat, I'm gonna be a phone
Do
call.
you
Hold up.
understand what Viv said?
Yes.
Pretty much, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I've covered it, I think. Okay. So yeah. So the top priority is that everybody remains safe in these situations. We're going to try our best to de-escalate. That's our job, is to de-escalate, right? If they're getting very edgy about things, obviously you need to relay that back to officers. At the end of the day, though, they are still on our time. Okay, they're not going to control us. All right, we are controlling the situation as a whole. All right, so there are certain things that you could say. Ultimately, they're going to want free passage to their vehicle. If they don't have free passage to their vehicle, they haven't got a cat in hell's chance of getting the hell out of there, all right? So they're going to want to make sure that they get that free passage. So there is always a way of trying to get them away from one type of negotiation. If they decide, hey, I want a helicopter, and that's just not possible, right? We're going to say, well, I can't do that, but I can do this instead. I can offer you passage to this vehicle instead, sort of thing. And it tends to de-escalate a little bit, and then they're like, okay, I just want to get out of here anyway, so okay, I'll go with that. All right. At the end of a negotiation, that is generally where a pursuit will commence. At this point, primary will have already assigned sort of like a pursuit order, and there'll be a couple
Chat,
of
I have to
officers,
dip.
no, sorry, a couple of units that will be asked to remain on scene to
I'm gonna get
clear
y'all sent off
the location,
to.
but also to take the hostage, make sure that they are safe, see whether
Send
they
y'all
need
off to Barry, who
medical,
plays
take
Viv.
their statement, get their ID, and get their phone number. Okay.
Sorry that was short notice.
Everyone clear on that? Anyone got any questions about negotiations at all?
Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe I'll jump into NA again.
Okay. All right, we'll move on.
I appreciate y'all. Not doing a normal outro. I'm sending y'all off to Barry.
People automatically
I'll see
assume
y'all
that
tomorrow. Peace out.
breaching is where you just sort of barge on in there while the hostage is there and